And finally, we are here. The Tuscia and Fiore event is happening. And last week we were in Bassano Romano, and I'm going to tell you all about it. But let me get Roy, my good friend. He has been with us since the very first episode, unless I'm mistaken. And he's sort of the hope, the American guy that comes to Italy and has a great time. Roy, good evening. How are you?
I'm fine. Good evening to you. But we got
Thank you very
exciting
much.
things going on in the village here, so we can't wait.
Give me a second. Give me a second. I want to do a little story. So
Okay.
a year ago, more or less, we applied to a bando that is some kind of government competition to get some money to do some event. We won, and we started last summer to do stuff. And if you remember, in November, you and I and Julia started this very show every Wednesday night. You and once even your son came on live. You remember?
Yeah, of course. It's great. It's
So
been very successful.
I think so. Actually, the one with your nephew, the mayor of San Giovanni, was the most successful one. We had over 30,000 viewers. That was very fun.
Unbelievable.
So things happen, a lot of ups and downs, and thank God last weekend we were ready to start. So before saying anything, I want to show you what happened, and
Okay.
I am pretty sure you're gonna be happy with what. Well, I don't know. I don't know if happy is fair, but
Okay.
let me show you what our videographer created for us, and then we comment it a little bit. Okay? Are you ready?
Okay.
Here we go. In a sec. Quando la neve scende forte, Tuscianfiore apre le porte. Well, this was the first event. This was Bassano Romano to Scienfiore. It was a bit dramatic, to be honest. It was freaking cold. There was snow.
Yeah, it looked like
It
it
was
had
crazy.
snow.
It was crazy. But then, thank God, things came together. So that was fun.
Well,
Could you
good. It
feel it
must.
from the video?
I saw it was great. So it looked like to be a big success.
Absolutely, absolutely. Saturday was dramatic, but Sunday was a big success. So I want you to tell us. You are in San Giovanni in Tuscia, Villa San Giovanni, and next weekend we're gonna be with you guys. So I would love for you to tell us, coming back from November last year, what is your observation? What happened in the city and how things got together? Can you tell us a little more?
Well, the village is abuzz with activity, getting ready for the weekend. So everyone's pretty excited, and a lot of people are involved. On Friday, the streets of the village will be closed so that everything can be set up. So people who live down there have been warned no driving cars on Friday. So, but there's a lot of activities this weekend, both Saturday and Sunday. So um, we're hoping that lots of people show up because there's going to be a lot of things to do. So in addition to the beautiful flowers that you supplied for the village. So
That is true. That is true.
Not
Because
only are the flowers that your organization is providing, but local people are also doing some on their own. So we hope the village is just filled with flowers, So
the other day I was there bringing some posters, some paper, and I saw this lady looking intensely to her vases and stuff. I said, "Hey, lady, what are you doing?" She said, "Well, I'm counting how many flowers I have to buy for Tuscia and Fiore."
yeah,
That was fantastic. Oh, no, 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 no. They asked me to put the subtitle, but I can't put subtitle. This is in English, right? So,
the
Roy, let me show you the video that the mayor created with us, all the mayors, and this was back then. But let me show you 1 sec.
all right.
There is a place called St. Peter's Land, hidden between Rome and Tuscany. A place where you can find amazing landscape, beautiful natural hot springs, amazing castles, lakes, and marvelous gardens called Giardini all'Italiana.
In the last 3,000 years, many people loved and fought for this land. The Romans, the Etruscans, the Longobards, and other people tried to establish here their home.
But the popes have been the real rulers forever, legendary wines, and the best extra virgin olive oil in the world comes from here.
See you
In April 2022,
when the Hasienborghi will dress up by tons of flower for Tuscia and Fiore.
It was a dream back there, and now I am going to show you something else, something that the vice mayor shared with me, and I would like for you to comment what's going on there, because it's really remarkable. Let's see what we can tell us. So what are we looking at?
We're looking at a wonderful map of our village.
And what are all those dots?
Overlaid with all of the activities going on this weekend. So it's really fantastic. It's nice.
I am hoping to have a bunch of kids running around free with no cars, maybe on rollerblades, on roller skate, whichever, maybe, running after a ball or something. I just would love to see the little village full of life. And I think it's going to happen. What do you think?
It is going to happen. All of the streets that you see with the colored dots, all those streets are closed. So it's a wonderful time to walk around the village and see what I call the real Italy. Our little village is one of those villages which represents the real Italy. So it's going to be great.
Oh, friend of mine is asking if I could translate something. In the video that I showed you before, I said something, even if it snows, Tuscia and Fiore is gonna start. And it was like something that needed to be said, because many people thought we were not gonna do it because it was freaking cold, right? But thank God a little bit of sun came out. And it looks like, I don't want to jinx it, but it looks like it's gonna rain a little bit on Saturday. I'm so upset.
It looks that way, but it won't stop anything, because it's not going to be. If it rains, it'll be a very light rain. But I'm thinking it's not going to rain. Sunday is going to be a beautiful sunny day. So we're going ahead, rain or shine. So
rain or shine.
Yeah.
Oh, look who's here!
Julia.
Oh, Julia. She's far away. She told me tonight, I cannot come because I'm really not presentable. And I said, you? I'm presentable? It doesn't work like that. Right, Roy?
Julia is always presentable. So.
Okay, so let's get a little bit closer. Even your wife is part of the organization, right?
She is. My wife is a wonderful artist. People say, what does your wife do? I said, she's an artist. But what does she really do? I said, no, she's an artist. So Rita, and one of her famous things that Rita's done over the years are, they're called the doors. She painted on ancient barn doors. So several of those will be on display, and they're very beautiful, very beautiful. And there'll be other artists displaying. There'll also be a photography exhibit, which we're looking forward to. There's all kinds of stuff going to be going on.
So, Roy, what are you gonna do?
I kind of stay off to the side, you know. I'll be a translator. If there's anybody who wants to speak English, I'm available. But I just provide my, you know, my support, whatever support I can give. I was supposed to do something, but it didn't happen. I was supposed to make like 1,000 little flower things with paper, but somehow that didn't happen. But I was available, so I'll just
Roy,
mostly be.
let
I'll
me
be
get
walking
you
around enjoying the whole thing, you know.
let me get you busy on something. Sunday night at 7 p.m. we're gonna do a live show, something like this, but from Villa San Giovanni. We call it direct social, live social. So you definitely have to be my guest for at least a couple of minutes.
Sure.
Good.
Sunday night there's going to be some music.
Oh yeah. The program, it's so rich, so dense that I stopped updating it because it was like every day something else. And even the vice mayor told me that he kind of gave up because every 20, 30 minutes in his office, a telephone call, somebody wants to do something. We got to the extreme of putting on the nativity.
Well, there's a lot going on. You know, you'll be busy. Anybody that comes, you can come both days, and you'll be busy. You know, both days. And there's also, when you're not being busy, you can eat at all the restaurants will be open, lunch and dinner, and the bars, of course, will be open, and there's even going to be some, you know, people cooking outside, some sausages and beer and stuff. So there'll be plenty to do. And
I understand they're gonna give us a little. They call it a degustazione, a tasting of ricotta cheese, and possibly you can buy a little something with a piece of ricotta cheese inside for something like $4 or $5.
Yeah, they're not gonna. You can't just buy it. You can watch them make it. You know, you know, most people here probably have seen ricotta cheese made, but when I first saw it, I was quite surprised, and I went, "Oh, ricotta cheese! I didn't even know it meant, you know, recooked." But yes, there'll be people making ricotta cheese, which also results in pecorino cheese, and those types of things will be for sale. You know, there are lots of people who are making cookies and candies, and they'll all be selling their little wares, you know, local wares. So it'll be great. Olive oil, local wine, you know.
Hey, Roy, I have a question for you. I would love if some of those people would follow me, you know, in Bomarzo or Valentano next week or so. Do you think they're gonna come, or it is just a very much campanile kind of thing? Like everybody wants to do it for Villa. What do you think?
I'm sorry, I didn't quite understand the question, but
well, like all these activity, I would love for some of them to follow us in the next event, next week, and so forth. Right?
Oh, I think yes.
I don't think they're gonna come. What do you think?
No, I don't know. I mean, right now, as far as I know, most of it is local. You know, some musicians are coming from Viterbo. I know we have on Saturday, you know, the Vespas are coming. You know, it'll be a wonderful time to see a bunch of Vespas, and it'll be our parking lot. One of the local parking lots is closed, and there'll be little Vespa races in there. So they obviously don't all come from the village, but most of it is you know, local people. But they certainly could travel.
Certainly.
I think, you know, certainly.
So, Roy, do you like Vespa, the Piaggio scooter, the little Vespa?
Well, I like them, but I don't ever ride them. I've always been afraid of motorcycles. because they're very dangerous, and plus I have several friends who have my son, who you've had on your show, has a big, powerful, fast motorcycle, and he likes it. And so people that have the motorcycles, they like speed.
Oh yeah.
I'm not a speed guy. I'm a golfer. I'm a slow walker. But the Vespa, if I had a two-wheel vehicle other than a bicycle, I'd have a Vespa.
Cool. Cool. My daughter calls them death trap.
I never knew what Vespa. In America, we have Vespas, but you don't know that means wasp.
That's right. That's right.
And my wife wanted to buy a Vespa when we came here, and I wouldn't let her because
you're afraid.
Well, if it's a Vespa in a car, the car wins.
Oh yeah.
I'm a little overcautious on these things, So.
And how about the little 500, the Fiat 500? How do you like them?
Well, I like it. I have a funny thing about cars here in Italy, and as we're looking, our car is 18 years old. It's an Alfa Romeo 147, which is one fantastic car, one of the greatest cars ever made. But it's getting a little long in the tooth, So of course I'd buy an Italian car, and the one that I could afford is a car which I always make fun of, which is a Panda. What I've seen in Italy is that people that drive Pandas, no offense to people listening, of course, they're terrible, terrible drivers. You got a 90-year-old guy driving a 50-year-old Panda, doing about 8 miles an hour. If you see someone driving a new Panda, they're new drivers, so they're not very good. But I may end up getting a Panda. So the Cinquecento, the only worse car than a Panda is, of course, the Seicento.
That's right. That's right. That's right. My brother is not very old, but he's like over 60, and he does have a Panda. He keeps it in the countryside, so I'm guessing that it doesn't go very fast as well.
What I really like to have, to tell you the truth, so I don't get off our subject here, but is a little ape, an apetto.
Oh, yes, l'apetto, yes. Oh, yeah. Do you know of one apetto that is going to come to Villa San Giovanni and is going to do hamburger?
In the village this weekend? Hamburgers? Really?
Yep.
All right.
Because we were afraid that there were not many restaurants. So we asked this guy, he's one of the vendors, right? He can move. So he's going to come with the apetto, and he usually does hamburger. So
right. I'll have one.
Oh, yeah.
Hamburger. So.
And we also have a bunch of little souvenir T-shirt and stuff, not of Tuscia and Fiore, but of Viterbo, because I'm hoping that some foreigner is gonna gather around, and usually they like this kind of stuff. Agreed?
Yeah, good.
Yeah.
Before I forget, there's on Sunday. Before I forget, there's in the morning. There's some stuff going on for kids.
That's right.
There's a little running competition, which I think will be fun for all ages, all the way from 5 years old to 13 years old or something. So
yeah, in the afternoon we're gonna have a bunch of artistic activity for them. So we're gonna let them run their heart out in the morning, and in the afternoon we have some painting going on, some Lego. Do you know Lego? You do, right?
Legos?
Yeah.
Of course.
Pieces, right? So we're going to have all of those for the kids. I'm sure they're going to have fun.
Oh, good. I didn't know that. I didn't know about the Legos.
Oh,
Legos
yeah. Also, do you know about the horses?
I've heard about the horses, and the horses, our village, we get a lot of horses coming through here.
Yeah, because in Blera, that is nearby, there is a big, I don't know how do you call it, ranch, I guess. And it's like as many as, Mr. Ernesto Furia just came on board, and he is one of the horsemen, not from Blera, but from Vetralla. He is called Buttero. It's a traditional horseman that follows the cows and stuff like that. He's very, very cool. He's a crazy guy.
Well, maybe he participated. Last year we had a fantastic event in the village here. We had about 2,000 people come, and it
That's
was
right.
this a horse, cattle spectacular. It was really unbelievable. And they're going to do it again this year. We kept the stockade up that they built, and but the village, you get a lot of horses here. People are always surprised when they come visit and seeing horses trotting down the street.
They told me you guys had something like 60, 70 horses last year.
Oh
Possible.
yeah, at least it was huge. It was really spectacular. It was fantastic. Many different acts, and it was at night. It was really extremely well done. It was very professional. It was like going to a circus or something. It was very professional.
So Roy, in the morning there is gonna be a bike tour, a walk, and a work to plant some
Yeah.
or special plants. Are you gonna do any of those things?
Well, probably. No, there's going to be two walks. There's going to be a short walk around the village to see our historical sites. And then for those people that are up for it, there's going to be a 7 to 10 kilometer walk between here and another village and see the Etruscan sites. And then you can also within the village plant flowers, which will become permanent parts of the village. So again, there's an unbelievable amount of stuff going on. So
That's right.
I'm
And
just
we
looking. Also, one thing which is kind of odd, I thought, but it's going to be done. I mentioned a couple of months ago we had for Christmas we have a presepe here, which is fantastic, and it's still there. They didn't take it down, and it's open this weekend. Yeah, so the presepe is going to be open. Yeah.
Fantastic. It's really going to be something else. So, well, Roy, I'm very, very happy that you could feel all of it because you don't speak the language, right? Nevertheless, you could sense what's going on, right?
I don't speak it very well, non buono.
No,
But I
think
try. I received a notice from the world's #1 language program I use that
Oh, really?
I spent more time learning Italian than any other person in the world.
Is that right?
Yeah.
I didn't know that. I thought you just didn't care.
No. I know thousands of words. I just can't have a fluent conversation. So
Gotcha. Well, your pronunciation is definitely good. When you say presepe is a very hard word to pronounce, but you have no
Well,
problem.
the nice thing about Italian, as opposed to English, it's very easy to pronounce once you learn the sounds of letters. In America we have spelling bees because it's impossible to spell an English word based on sound. So
Apparently, Julia says, Roy, you have many sentences on your ability. So Julia states that
ci provo.
Grande Roy. So Roy, let's finish on the usual topic. I understand there will be a lot of food, a lot of tasting spot. I think you and I talked about this multiple times. In your area, by all means, olive oil is the best. But I think it's, as you say all the time, that the produce in the area is very good. It's easy to find, very reasonably priced. I think it's a very good place to live with the Mediterranean diet, correct?
Yes. Of course, our olive oil is the best. What do you think? However, I must say that there will be some for sale, but as most people experienced, last year's crop was not a large crop of olives. For instance, we didn't have.
That's right.
The year before we had 110 liters. That this past year we had none.
Yeah.
So, but there is oil available, and it'll be available when people come. So,
yeah,
as will wine, and plenty of wine, and honey. Honey will be available.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
But I recommend people to come back later on in the year when you guys are gonna pick up the olive, because if you have a bruschetta with the new oil, it's fantastic.
It's literally unbelievable.
Literally, that's right.
It's unbelievable.
Okay, Roy, it's time to go. Thank you so very much. Let me ask you, do you have another remark or something you want to say before we let go?
Well, that's the question. You put a microphone in someone's face, but no, I just want everyone to come, and they'll have a great time this weekend. Plus, it doesn't cost anything; it's free. So,
That's right.
just,
My better arm, Professor Nuccio Chiosi, always tells me, "Repeat, it's free. Repeat, it's free." He's right. Everything is free, right?
and I hope the one thing I noticed they're also having a weekend in Vetralla, and I hope that there's a lot of commingling with people from Vetralla coming here and Sangiovese going there. So
You know that in the middle of the two cities there is the so-called temple of Demetra, that is really, really in the middle of the two little villages, and it's a very pleasant walk. So you can go from one to another, visit both festival, and in the process visit a very, very fun historical site.
yeah, I've been there. It's great.
Right?
Okay.
It's very, very old. Maybe Etruscan, maybe even earlier. I don't know. I'm not sure.
It's pre-Etruscan. Yeah, it's very old.
It's very maybe 3,000, maybe 35
Yeah,
century ago, something like that.
Yeah. 3,000
years ago.
You can walk from here. It's only a 15-20 minute walk from here.
Yeah, 15, 20. That's right. And then you get there, and then as many to go to Vetralla and back. So you can literally be in the middle and feel both the festivity. I'm sure it's going to be a fun weekend. Of course, Sunday is going to be better. It's going to be very sunny. Sunday is going to be a little tough, but nothing is going to stop us, right?
Nothing's going to stop us. It's going to be good. What I'm going to do, I'm a golfer, okay, and I've been golfing all my life. What you do is you always take your umbrella with you, because if you have your umbrella, it doesn't rain. If you don't have your umbrella, then it rains. So I'll be walking around the village. You'll see me with my big golf umbrella, and it'll stop the rain. There won't be any rain.
Very, very good. Okay, Roy, I'm going to show again the video from last week. And with that, I'm going to say goodbye. And of course, I want to thank you once again for being so kind and always available for us. It's really fun to have you around. And let me stress it. You are our dream come true. We want American people come here and spend their pension in our area and enjoy the food, enjoy the people, enjoy the lovely Borghi. So please don't forget about us, and keep telling your friend to come. Let me show this video again, okay?
Okay, bye.
Bye. Quando la neve scende forte, Tuscia il fiore apre le porte. Regista, com'è andata oggi?
Bene, benissimo, come sempre. Ci vediamo alla prossima, Giulio.
Dalla Tuscia